want. Welcome. We are all sitting here shooting the shit.
Bam! What's up, man?
Yeah. What's good, brother?
Everything's good. I can't complain. Things are good.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing our boy Carlos. He's a little bit busy. What's up, Carlos?
Okay.
You know, we're still thinking of you, my man. Yes, Silos. So we have a special guest. We have two-part interview today. We have one with Monika.
Mm-hmm. Monika.
I want Monika to bring the insides and outs of a cheerleader. Trust me, when I used to talk to her, we met at tailgaters. It was definitely interesting. There was parts of it I was like a bit surprised. I'd love to talk to her about that. We also, after Monika, we're interviewing the Beat Genius producer. This guy's sick. I actually posted one of his old school videos on our page right now. It's right below this. So if you guys want to come check it out after, go ahead. But first, I want to introduce the Carleton Raven. She's also a coach, and she was a former CFL Ottawa Redblacks cheerleader, Monika. Monika, what's up, Monika? How you doing?
Good.
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing all right. How are you surviving COVID?
Just taking it day by day, catching up on my Netflix.
Do you have any Netflix any types of shows you can hook me up with? Because I'm burning through my Netflix. The internet provider must be like, motherfucking guy doesn't go to work. I'm telling you this. It's crazy. I don't know. Have you been watching the Animal Kingdom? That one show, Animal Kingdom? You got to check it out. It's pretty good. It has nothing to do with animals. I know that I was like, yeah, whatever. It's actually like a pretty cool show. It's kind of like Sons of Anarchy-ish, kind of. Oh. It's pretty good. Fourth season just came out. I advise anyone that has bored to death, feel free to check that out. And if Animal Kingdom wants to give me a kickback for that, it's all good. I'll take it. Anyways, Monika, let's get into this. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in like a little town called Chelmsford. It's kind of it's part of Sudbury, Ontario, so it's about 6 hours north-ish of Ottawa.
Yeah. I've been to Sudbury once. It was an interesting place. Had these little hills.
Yeah, I didn't even live in the city, though, so I was like...
So you're in the outskirt of the outskirts.
I was in the outskirt of the outskirts.
God, how many people were in your school? Like, when you went to school, like, was it 20 people?
Yeah, I mean, we had a big class size, I guess, but they were split classes, so...
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but it was very small, tight-knit little community.
So
that is really...
So how old were you when you started cheerleading?
I started cheerleading actually when I moved to Ottawa, so I would have been 18.
So you've never cheerleaded before that?
No. No, but I grew up dancing, so I used to be a competitive dancer. Okay. I had a bit of background in that, but cheerleading wasn't like a thing when I was growing up. I didn't think it actually existed.
I see. That's a funny thing. See, me and Monika go way back from working together. But see, I just assumed that there's a bit of a cheer class back in school, and then you moved over to Ottawa, but dancing. So how old were you started dancing?
I think I was like 9. I was also a little late to getting to that because I never really decided on exactly what I wanted to do. So I think it was about 9 when I started dancing for real.
That's cool.
I think 10, 11 by the time I started competing. So.
Okay. So you decide to move to Ottawa, and I assume that it's to go to school. Yeah. And you went to Carleton University.
I sure did.
So tell me how you became a Ravens cheerleader and then became a CFL Ottawa Redblacks cheerleader.
Yeah. So I became a Ravens cheerleader. It was a full audition process like most teams are, but I really wanted to become a Ravens Rhythm cheerleader because I saw them perform during my Frosh week at Carleton. And I was like so excited. I was like, oh my God, I need to be like one of them. Like I was auditioning to be a dancer because I had my dance background, but then when I did audition, I was kind of asked to like try stunting. So I was like,
can you explain to people what that is?
So stunting is like the people who will do like the bigger tricks, like actually throwing people in the air.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's me.
That's her.
That's her.
That's her.
Ragdoll.
That's not.
It's not. Stunting is AKA ragdoll.
So I think they stun the ones they don't really like. They're like, get over here, girl, and they just chuck them. You know what I mean? And then the ones that land on their feet are like, you survive. You're a part of the team. Is that not how it works, though?
Not at all.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
But anyway, so I gave it a go, and then I became a stunter on the Carleton team, and I had a lot of learning to do. I had literally never done it before. I was terrified when I first started. I did not want to be thrown in the air at all. I would cry at practices. I panicked.
Of course.
And then, I just kind of got more comfortable with it. There was 1 year where I just kind of had to get my big girl and do it.
And then she's calling me out because I won't do that, No way.
The following year, though, then I tried out for the CFL team because I felt a bit more ready for it, and
that's sweet.
Just
okay.
We're open audition and
when you try to hold on, but before you try out for this, how many girls try out for this team?
For Red Blacks?
The Red Blacks.
There was a lot. They always do kind of 2 separate auditions. So every year that I've tried out, you always audition for the stunt team separately than the dance team. It's 2 totally different blocks. And I know that our stunt auditions, there's usually at least minimum 8 stunt groups that can kind of go up. So that's 8 times 4, quick math. I don't know. There's a lot.
But were you intimidated when you get there and you're like, okay, I made it to the Carleton Ravens team? You're confident because you got 1 year under your belt. But once you get in there and you're like, oh my God, there's so many. Were you a little bit nervous?
I was very nervous my first year because I didn't know anybody. Coming even just from our Ravens team, there's a lot of girls who try out that are in clubs and do club cheer. So they all know each other, and there was obviously a lot of vets, and me and my boyfriend actually tried out together, and he was the only one that I had.
But thank God you had someone to lean on, though, because I don't know. I as comfortable as I look doing certain things, there's times I'm just like, oh, this sucks. Being especially by yourself or something, that's pretty intimidating. I don't know.
I just remember trying to just make sure I was smiling the whole time, and trying my best. And
absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. Performing in front of a big crowd, how nervous do you really get?
I wouldn't say that I've ever gotten super nervous about performing in front of people. It's
liar.
I'm kind of a shy person, but I don't really get nervous when performing, and I think it's just because I know I have a team with me. I'm not by myself, and it's fun. It's really just fun.
Well, I still get nervous when I go to perform right before I get on stage. So I was asking. I needed to know that's why, I
don't know. I get nervous from certain stunts sometimes. If I knew that there was one that I wasn't hitting perfectly in practice, and then I'd have to do it in the routine. I'd get a little nervous from that. But usually it would hit more than it wouldn't hit. So it was usually pretty good.
You call an audible and be like, yeah, let's just change that dance because I'm nervous. No, you didn't call it dance. I'd be the worst team player ever. It'd be like, no, you're not touching me. I'm not comfortable with this. But we know. Okay, good question. We know that the Ottawa Red Blacks made it to the Grey Cup more than once. How was it cheering and performing in front of that crowd? That crowd must be intense. That must be crazy.
It was honestly insane. So my first year on the team was the year that we won the Grey Cup, so in 2016. And it was that was a rush of emotions and everything because I've always grown up watching the CFL, and every year my parents would have Grey Cup parties and everything.
That's so cool.
Actually, being there was a huge full circle moment. My mom and dad went to Toronto to watch us too. And the fans were insane because everyone at that time was anyone but Calgary could win this game. No one else could win. So the majority of the CFL fans there were for Ottawa. And it was it's insane.
Well, I remember us hosting the Grey Cup party when you guys were gone to that one Grey Cup too. I know you had that ring. You showed it to us earlier. Can you show what you got? Yeah. Pop. Look at that. Look at that.
Since we won, OSEG got all the cheerleaders.
Look at this. Look at that. Yeah. That's serious right there. That's so serious.
It's really awesome.
It's got to be a good feeling. It must be a great accomplishment, as a whole unit, as a cheer unit, as a whole football team, as a whole organization. That must be a great feeling, right?
There were so many tears, happy tears shed on the sideline.
Now get one of these Grey Cups. Are they like? It must have been a hell of a time with you and your friends too, right? Like it must have been yeah. You don't have to tell us any stories, but you know.
Just a little one. Just a little one.
Hosted was awesome because that year all of my best friends were on the team with me, so we literally just got to run around Ottawa as little cheerleaders and just have fun.
And do what you want, huh?
Yeah, she's bragging. They're all bragging. Look at me. Look at me. We're gonna win. Now, did you think, Kate? Now I know you weren't a huge football fan in the beginning, but have you like when you guys won that first Grey Cup and you cheered? Did you kind of expect it to happen every year after that? Just a little bit.
I honestly can say I didn't because like I just know that it's not like it's not. It's just not going to happen.
Okay. Because there's some people, like there's even athletes that they win it when they're so young. And they're like, I can do this all the time and never win it again. And you hear their interviews. But yeah, no, it's because how many Grey Cups did you go to actually?
I went to, so all the cheerleaders will go to all the Grey Cups.
Oh, okay.
But I was in 2 Grey Cup games
That's freaking amazing.
In Toronto and in Edmonton.
That's right.
But there's always events, like the whole weekend is jam-packed with
crazy
stuff and just running around, doing performances at all the team parties and just doing any of the events and a lot of appearances. And when you're in the game, then it's like, you have even more duties. There's like parades and stuff that you just have to go do.
You know you must have heard this 1,000 times. It's like she was gone out to Edmonton when we were watching the game at the bar, and it's like we're watching the game, but for some reason we're looking for you and Brad the whole time, like you and your whole team. You know, you were just like, "Where's everybody? Oh my god, I think I saw her." Like, you know what I mean? You must have heard that. You must have heard it 1,000 times when you got back. I saw you on TV, right? Like, it's so crazy.
It's kind of hard to spot out one of the blondes out of like the 50 blondes.
Oh, there's Carlos. Hello, Carlos. Carlos could make it one of the hosts. He's there. He's watching. He's supporting. I appreciate it. He's going to be on Thursday.
That's right.
Come on, Bam.
All right. So, do each CFL team compete against each other, like the cheerleaders? Do y'all have a competition amongst yourselves or what?
No, there's really no competition. Every year though at Grey Cup, like we'll do a big performance, but it's more of like watching a dance recital, like a showcase. It's a showcase. So there's never like actual legitimate competition.
Well, it'd been nice with a competition.
Okay, I guess you got it. It's got to be friendly, right? But you watched them showcase. Was there one team that was like, damn, they're good? Was there one?
I like absolutely love the Blue Bombers and the Edmonton Eskimos cheer teams. They are
why
insane. Edmonton is just like technique on point. Their stunts are killer. Like if you think what we do is crazy, what they do is 10,000 times crazier. They have like one guy shooting a girl 20 feet in the air. Like it's nuts. And they're so clean and so crisp and like wonderfully choreographed. And then the Blue Bombers just look like they have so much fun. Like they just genuinely look like they're fun.
You good, Bam, or what?
Yeah, I'm good. I just wanted to know.
So, like, let's talk about injuries. You've been injured? I know you've been injured. Well, so can you tell me a couple injuries? I've worked with you, so I know you've been injured. Can you tell me what type of injuries and how did it happen?
Yeah, my like first big one actually was when I was stunting with the Ravens, and it was just during a practice, and we were trying co-eds for the first time, so that's just kind of like one guy under one girl.
Woo!
So I was literally just standing on hands. And I just kind of like lost my balance a little bit. Something kind of went wrong, and I just literally fell backwards. And
damn.
I had like a little like concussion symptoms and like a little bruised hip and stuff. Nothing. I've never had anything like too detrimental. I got dropped on the field once, and that was probably one of my worst ones. No,
didn't you get some sort of like mild concussion at least, right, on that one? Yeah, you looked a little dizzy when we saw you. It looked.
I was out for a couple of days.
That was it. But you couldn't perform at the next game. Is that right?
I know. Can't totally remember.
See, that's how bad the concussion was. She has no recollection. I don't know. I remembered being, we were hanging out. I remember being like, I thought you wanted to be, and they were trying to be precautious at the time. But
Yeah.
I could be making that up.
I definitely sat the rest of that game, but I think there was a long enough break in between that I was.
I think you're right. I think it was the rest of the game because I remember you told me it happened early enough, right? So that's okay. That's what it was. Okay, that's my bad. She was right. I have the concussion. I'm surprised. My bad.
So,
all right.
So you was a coach for the cheerleader. You was coaching.
Yeah,
for the Carleton Ravens. Yeah,
I coached the Carleton Ravens for their past 3 seasons.
3.
Yeah, but I actually just retired this year too.
Look at this one, retired from both.
For some reason, she acting like she's too old or something.
No, no, I just got really busy.
What did you enjoy about coaching? Is there something? Was it because I know I played football and coached football, and I got joy from either or. Like, you know what I mean? Coaching is really cool for me too. Like watching people do things that you teach them, for me, was amazing. You get the same feeling?
It was definitely very rewarding. I loved every single moment that like the team would like hit something all together.
Exactly.
Or like, even just like seeing your ideas in your head go into real life, like that.
I swear to God. I remembered coaching girls touch football, and I remembered for weeks at a time, I thought this wasn't working. I was like, I'm a terrible coach. This is terrible. And then I swear to God, when they caught a pass, I felt like their father. I was like, I was like, so the feeling, and I didn't think I was going to get that much joy out of coaching from after I played football. I thought I would never reach that, but coaching was really cool for me though.
Yeah.
But Monika, one thing that surprised me the most when we talked was you didn't get paid to be a cheerleader.
No.
See, people think you do though, right?
What, free?
Yeah, it's just a volunteer position, but like they are very clear in the very beginning.
Yeah, of course.
Volunteer.
Of course.
What about your expenses? Did they take care of your expenses? All this traveling around.
Ooh.
No, not really. There is always like a team fee usually at the beginning of the season to just cover like your own things, like your gear and like things that you actually keep. So like that's not
bad.
It's not bad. It is a lot. Like it's a good discount compared to what you would pay full price.
So a quick side question: how much that ring really cost?
I didn't pay for it. That was actually a gift.
If you decide to sell it,
that's mine.
Okay. So no, she loves that thing. I know she does. So you guys had to raise money though, right?
Yeah,
to get to like, is that how it worked?
We would usually do like fundraisers to cover our expenses to go to Grey Cup and it's also like Grey Cup's optional. Like not everyone has to go, but it's encouraged that you go because it's a great time. It's so much fun. So yeah, we used to do like a calendar sale. I think I did that for my first 2 years. Yeah. We sold calendars just to offset the cost to fly we took a bus to Toronto, so it wasn't as expensive.
Okay.
That's right.
Covered those costs.
It's true. I just remembered because it was one of those like, hey, I got all curious, like, what do they pay you? And you're like, nothing. And I'm like, because let's be honest, you have to love this. Yeah. To be a part of this, you can't just because it's obviously you enjoy the moment, the team, the whole atmosphere because like it's free, like you're pretty much doing it for free. Mm-hmm. You took a concussion for the team. Like it's you gotta love it, you know what I mean? And I do know you guys love it and appreciate it, and you're right, it is an experience of a lifetime, especially going to Grey Cup and the stuff. Like I've never been to a Grey Cup game, and you've been to all of them. I've been to since you started
3. I've been to 3.
3 more than me. I didn't, it is what it is. But throughout your cheerleading career, do you have any funny moments, funny stories of any sort?
I have a couple.
Let's do this.
I'll tell some funny Grey Cup ones first.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay.
In our first Grey Cup, my first Grey Cup when we went to Toronto, I remember there was I think that was my busiest Grey Cup that I've ever done. And there was this one night where we were trying to get to an event and all the streets were blocked off for some event that was going on in Toronto that had nothing to do with Grey Cup, but we were just blocked off, so we couldn't get there. And we had 5 minutes till our performance time, so we literally all got off the bus and we were in our uniforms, so just our little top and our little skirt and our little shoes, and we ran like 3 to get to this event. It was kind of crazy, and like Grey Cup's in November, so it wasn't like
It's cold.
warm out.
Oh, it's so true. Yes. It's freezing at that time.
Yeah. Another funny one was also in Toronto. One Republic was playing for halftime that year, and usually we'll have like one day where we get to practice on the field for the performers, and his or their, I guess it's their group, their rehearsal was taking so long. There were so many little like technical difficulties and so much stuff going on. So he literally just yelled at everyone on the mic saying that he's going to buy us all pizza.
Oh, that's nice.
He got us all a pizza party.
That's cool, because I thought it was you yelling at him for a minute. No. That's where I thought you were going. I was like, ooh, taking some of your time.
It was kind of funny. He wanted to buy us all a round of drinks, but he wasn't allowed to do that, so he got us pizza instead.
Damn. What's the reasoning behind that? How come they can't get your drinks?
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Well, some of the girls are actually underage. Some of them are 18.
Really?
You have to be 18 usually.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Some other funny things is during practices, I once like drop kicked one of the guys doing a new stunt, and he was kind of standing in the wrong spot, and I like booted him across.
Nice. Nice.
Was he mad?
No, we all laughed. It was so funny.
Like, have you ever been in a situation where like someone got hurt and the other people are like, they're kind of looking at you like, did you? Yeah, I'm just saying it has to happen, right? Like
all the time.
It's an accident, but still, like because you guys put a lot of trust in each other to do this, right? So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. My friend picked a wedgie for me once in a performance.
Oh yeah, can be how?
Just reached over and grabbed it.
What do you get? Like,
he was like.
It was a he.
It was like that. He's a very, very close friend. He was standing behind me.
Okay.
The person that lives from behind, and he saw that I had a wedgie. So when I like came down, he like.
That's a team player.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Monika, let's go through some pictures here.
Sure.
Whoop.
That's me holding someone up on top of people.
So people on top of people.
Yeah, I was a mid base there, so that was kind of my position.
So how long does it take for someone for you guys to learn like something like this?
I mean, we kind of learned it pretty quick. I'd say we would do like a bunch of pyramids with that similar structure, but the girl on the top will do something different. And we'll get through a lot of those in like 30 minutes or so. You just kind of get it up, get it down.
I don't know, man. You girls are brave. There's another one.
Yeah, that was from Ravens. That would have been at Capital Hoops.
Now, is this your first year, second year? What is this?
That was my last year on the team.
Okay.
So
there's a whole lot of people there too.
Yeah, that was our Capital Hoops games, like our huge rivalry game against Ottawa U. So we did at Canadian Tire Center. That's right. That's a huge rivalry. Yeah, Did who won? You guys won, right? I think there was 2 that we lost. Everything's a blur, man. It was a lot of. It's those concussions. It's those concussions. Here's another picture. Yes, that was my first year on Red Blacks, our pink game, and it rained on us. Oh, and that's like weather must be a scenario. Are you guys worried about rain or snow or sometimes? Like usually we're pretty we'll adjust things if needed. Kind of like that's cool, yeah. Because I'm just now that I'm thinking about it, I'm just there as a spectator. But now that I think about it, talking to you is like, you guys got to throw each other up. Is the shoe going to be wet, or you know what I mean? So I don't know. Things can get a little hazardous. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's with dear life on wet shoes. Oh wow! Here's another picture. That was my very last game. Oh, this is your retirement game. Yeah, that was my retirement game. Look at this. And who'd you guys play? Do you remember? I know I'm screwing with you because I know you don't really remember anything. I'm not gonna let you answer that. It's okay. Let's go to the next picture. Now look at this. Now how do you become like this? So are you just the stunt? You said you're what is it called? The stunt ragdoll. That I was like a flyer. So ragdoll. So
So yeah, so no matter what, is in that's you on top of the pyramid at all times or getting flipped? This is your position, right?
Yeah, so you can kind of see the girl in the back. She's gonna get put on top of me.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know.
Nah, I'm only joking with the rag doll. You a really brave woman, man, because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I can do it.
I have major trust issues.
That was also from my very last game. That was like one of my favorite stunts because I just got to feel so jacked.
Look, that is crazy. I couldn't. No way, man. Oh, not for free. That's all I'm saying. Look at this one. Tell me a bit about this game.
That was our Eastern Finals in my first year. It snowed so much, and we had like all of the crew from it's a pretty big game. It's almost as big as Grey Cup for the finals. But it snowed so much.
Nice picture.
By with little like shovels to like shovel the lines on the field.
Wow.
Whatever side the football players weren't on, they were like clearing snow.
That is crazy. Now we showed this already, but we want you to know. So so how many girls are? There's 3 using the pictures that are spinning. They're getting tossed around.
4 of
4? Oh my God. I see your boyfriend right down there. I see Brad. Is that Brad?
Yeah, that's Brad.
Yes. Yeah. That's Brad. We see him. He's like, I don't know, man. You guys are too brave for me. I can't do this. And here's another picture here. When's this?
That would have been my 2nd or 3rd season on Ravens.
Nice.
Yeah, no, 3rd season on Ravens. Yeah, because we just got those uniforms. Those uniforms were brand new.
Oh, okay. And then you told me that this was your favorite photo.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about this.
Like the moment we won Grey Cup. That was
like, yes, I'm getting the ring. Yes.
Before all the tears started. Like
that is crazy. That is crazy. Monika, we'd love to thank you to have you on. You were great.
For sure.
We appreciate it. I hope people got to learn a bit about the cheerleading, like the fact that the things that surprised me when we talked. You know what I mean? The dedication, the fact that you did it for free. Like I was just like, when I used to talk to her, I used to be like mind blown. I was like, so I thought she was pulling my leg a few times, but no.
I still had 2 jobs, Joey.
That's actually true. That is absolutely true. But we like to thank you, and we want to let people know that you can follow Monika and the photographer Gord Weber. Here you go on Instagram. Hit her up. Don't bug her. We're gonna come get you. All right. All right, Monika. Thanks a lot, man. I'll see you around. Pleasure. Yeah. Thank you. Yo, so it's pretty crazy, huh?
Yo, they do crazy stuff, man. I trust issues. I couldn't trust anybody to catch me, bro.
I know. I barely can trust you dragging me back to my room when I'm drunk. Like this. These people are just flipping each other. They're crazy, man. Anyways, we're gonna do the part 2 interview today.
The
second one. This guy is, I don't know. His producing skills are through the roof, man. They're amazing. Anytime he has a chance to send me them, I totally enjoy the fact. I enjoy listening to them. They're great. I know he sends you some too, right, Bam?
Yeah, he sent me a lot of tracks. They're fire.
This guy. So this is Scotty Stunts, a.k.a. the Beat Genius.
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing well. Man. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Man, our pleasure, brother. Our pleasure. So, we talked a bit. We met through, obviously, mutual friends through the internet with the 16 Bars to Death. But I want to know more about, where are you from, Scott?
Manchester, New Hampshire. Born and raised.
America. Now,
yeah, America. Exactly.
I love it. So, tell me a bit more about yourself. When did you start rapping and getting into the hip hop scene, Meryl?
So I started listening to rap music with my dad, actually, way back. I would say 1994, and then in 1997, something just clicked, and I was like, I started listening to some music and decided I was going to make my own words to those songs. And then, and then I went to the Newberry Comics and got a instrumental version of Insane in the Membrane.
Oh, nice! Yeah, of course, of course.
I wrote my own lyrics to it, and I had a cassette tape recorder, and that's where it all started. I showed my friends, and they're like, "That's not you. That's not you.
That's such a good feeling, man.
Yeah,
That is such a.
you know, back in the day, man, I didn't know what I was doing. It was all just
Who
you know,
who
it was
did
just-
though? Who did, right? You're recording a song, you know. I remember we had a guy that I was working with, and he was recording music, and I know he gives it to the radio person. The radio person's like, "Where's the bridge?" And he's like, "The what?" Like, you know what I mean? There's certain things, the way to structure a song, right? So you don't know. You're going into this kind of blind, thinking that 3 verses a hook, whatever, get the hell out of here, right? But
Yeah,
he was
it
a bit
took me a
shocked.
while. It took me a while to figure out that, you know, each verse was like 16 bars or whatever. But
That's
once
right.
I kind of figured that out, it was a wrap. I
Yeah,
was like,
practice
this is
makes
my
perfect.
thing. This is what I do.
Now, do you ever remember your first performance?
Yeah, the first time I got on stage was I don't remember the name of the place, but it's this little itty bitty, you know, shithole of a place in Manchester, on the corner of Maple Street and Beach Street. I remember it, and
How
it
nervous?
was like
How nervous were you?
I was real nervous. I was real
we all-
nervous, but
yeah.
I had my friends there, and you know, I got up on stage and we did our thing. It was actually I started out battling, believe it or not. It wasn't even like
What?
it was open mic, but on that night they decided to do battles, and I was like, "Are you serious? Like, I don't know what I'm doing." But yeah, I just went for it, you know.
You
just
just
go
got to
for
get
it.
in it, man. You just got to get in it, brother.
Yeah.
You know?
So
That's tough, man. I couldn't battle. I don't know. I'm good at making fun of people, but putting rhymes together, you guys are too clever for me. I can't pull that shit off, you know.
yeah,
But
it's
it is
tough.
what it is. So your first mixtape, tell me about this. How old were you when you made your first mixtape?
Oh my God. Well, if we're talking about just recording a whole bunch of songs, it was on cassette tape. It was probably 1998 or 1999, and the quality was absolute trash. But you know what? I used to find the beats on the internet, and I'd play them out of these itty bitty little speakers, and I'd have my boombox that had the record capability sitting up right next to the speaker, and then I'd put my face next to it and just start doing my thing. You know what I mean?
That's the way to do it, man. I swear to God.
Innovative,
bro.
innovative.
So
I
yeah,
swear to
probably
God.
like 1998 or 1999, and there's probably like so many songs on it. I can't even. And the tapes are long gone. They've disintegrated by now. They're gone. I don't have any of that stuff, unfortunately.
It is
but
what it exactly. The technology, it just didn't last, right? So it is what it is.
the
but the
oldest
thing-
stuff I still have somewhere in my archives, like down in the basement or whatever, is probably from I'd say probably 2001 or 2002.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Now, how old were you when you started recording in an actual studio? Now you got out of the boombox situation and then into a studio.
my first time in a real studio was, I would say, 2003? No, 2002. It was Jules Inc. down in Medford, Mass, pretty close to Boston.
Okay.
And, yeah, we felt like superstars. I went with one of my buddies.
Of course.
You know, we're like, this is a real studio. We, you know, obviously we paid for studio time and stuff, and just like the feeling of listening to it on CD when you leave, like the quality, you're like, oh my God, that's me! Holy crap!
It's now, was studio time expensive?
I mean, yeah, we were just kids, man.
Yeah, I know it's hard.
making like $10 an hour back then. Like,
Yeah,
it was
it's
bad.
tough. I know.
Spending
Studio
all our
time
money
up
on
here.
studio time.
Studio time was expensive up here too. I remember.
How long did it take you to lay that first track in that studio?
Surprisingly, not that long. I was just at that point, I was just super duper confident. I was nervous when I stepped in, but once my friend went before me and he didn't do half bad, I was like, I got this.
True.
And obviously, like that first song that we wanted to do in the studio, like I had already spit it probably, 100 times, and we
so
rapped
you
it
had
all
that
the way
flow.
down, from Manchester to Boston in the car, just rapping it over and over.
Okay.
So getting in there, I didn't even need the paper.
That's the way to do it. See, like how I met Bam.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this, Bam. You like this one, right? So I used to own a music studio. I don't know why I owned it because I could do nothing in it. So I had to hire like an engineer and everything. Because sometimes you have money and you're a little cool. Bam comes through the studio, and he would literally. Can you be honest, man? How many bars would you really lay, Bam?
Yeah, about 8 to 10.
I swear to God, and I wouldn't see him for a month. I swear to God, this guy would take a month and a half or something to finish a track. It was insane. I was just
crazy.
like, he would spit it, and it's like, oh, sounds good, and then he would just get out of the booth. He's like, see you
I'm
next
done.
time. I didn't get the hell out. I was just like, this is not how people make music, but that's the way he did it, though. You know,
And
people
to
have
this,
different.
to this day, I'm still like that slightly. You know what I mean? It takes me a minute to get it together. Like
it
I listen
is.
to a track over and over and over until it's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get that. So, Scotty, you sent me a YouTube link that I put on our page of a music video. Is this the first music video you've made, or were you in, or tell me a bit about that?
Okay, so I did a lot of like freestyle videos and stuff. Like if you go to that actual YouTube channel, well, my YouTube channel is the Stuntman 1234. There's a ton of like performance and freestyle videos and like performance, like me just rapping my songs, driving in the car. Like I don't know, at some point I was really like feeling myself, like I'm the shit. So I used to record everything. So there's a lot of that stuff on there, but the video that I sent you was like the first real like production where we dedicated an entire day. Yeah. I mean, the quality is not bad. We dedicated an entire day. We like got up at like, 6 a.m. We didn't finish recording till like midnight because there was so much to do, different locations. It was just so fun though. Man, that was like one of the funnest days of my life.
No, it looks good. You got it. I know Bam hasn't had a chance to check it out, but we're gonna send him the link. But now, so when did you go from battle? You went from battle rapping, making music. Now, what's the transition to producing? How did that work out for you?
Yeah.
I tried to make beats shortly after I started rapping because I quickly realized that I can't just take somebody's beat off the internet and
that's very true.
Rap on it and be like, hey, buy my mixtape. I don't own the rights to any of that stuff. None of it. So I'm like, if I make my own beats, then I don't have to worry about any of that. So my first beat making program was Acid Pro back in like way back.
I think I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. And actually, some of the beats that I've posted on my BeatStars were actually made in Acid Pro, and they still sound good to this day.
Yeah, but it's the one that you added the blocks that made certain. Is that what it was, Acid Pro?
Yeah. It was like blocks.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah, I remember this.
Wow. Yeah. So I started with that, and I started making beats by taking classical music CDs.
That's
and
crazy.
Finding parts of those symphonies and stuff that I could hear, like I could loop that, and I would just find that spot. And I don't remember exactly how I did it, but I just made magic with it. And that's really why I call myself the beat genius, is because they say like if you play classical music for babies and stuff, like it actually makes them smarter or whatever. And
that's right.
I don't know. I really like taking classical music and turning it into something modern and dope and like putting my own little twist on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now that's what I like the most.
I just find like, so you made your first beat, for instance, like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm a criticizer. It was like the first time I've ever designed something on Photoshop I'm always like, oh man, do I scrap the whole thing? Did you ever feel that way? Cause I don't know. I must not have the confidence. Like, so okay.
All the time. I have so many beats right now on my computer that I've started, and like I'll go to make a new beat, and when I go to open the file, I see like a gazillion files that I'm like, oh, I wonder what this one sounds like. And I'm like, oh, that's trash. So I leave it again and again. But like recently I went back to this one beat called Precision, and I played it and I was like, this beat is complete. It's dope.
Just wasn't complete that day when you heard it.
Yeah. So I just add a few little things here, change the levels, boom, posted.
That's sweet. Yeah, I thought it was just me. Like I'm always like, oh man, because you're your biggest critic, of course, right? So like,
oh yeah.
For me, it needs to be like, okay, it's up to my standards. Hopefully I can put it up. But I remember like the first couple times I did anything. I was like, oh, damn, this is trash. It didn't matter what it was. I was always like, and then I saw people with such confidence, but lyric wise, performance wise, anything. I was just, damn, you know what I mean? I was just like,
Yeah.
I really, really admired that from people. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I might look confident
I'm
in
not
a certain way.
perfectionist by any means, but you know, there's definitely that certain sound you look for before you like, all right, give it the stamp of approval. You know what I mean?
So now, what type of equipment are you using now to make beats? Like, what would you recommend to another producer?
You're gonna think this is crazy, but the other reason why I call myself the beat genius is because I can make big beats with minimal equipment. All I use is Reason 8
Okay, yeah.
and a 49 key keyboard. That's it.
That's it.
And this is what you pull off? God damn, you're pulling off some sick beats with that.
Technology,
crazy
man.
stuff.
The
All
reason
right.
I like the reason I like the program Reason is because it's a digital rack. There's everything you can have in a studio is right at your
Right on the
disposal.
keyboard.
So if you ever want to add like certain, you know, delays or chorus or flangers or any of that stuff that's, you know, that you would find in a big studio, you have the digital version of it right there in the program, and it sounds almost spot on as to what you would have. You know what I mean?
That
so
is crazy.
Instead of spending, you know, tons of money to have this crazy big studio and all these crazy overhead bills and stuff, all you need is a little music program and a keyboard to play the keys, and you're straight. That's it.
Okay. Well,
That is sweet, man.
that program
That's
must
sweet.
be massive. And was it hard to learn how to work that program?
No, not really. I mean, Reason is very user friendly. I recommend it to anybody who wants to start making beats. It's very user friendly.
So I got one question, because lately I've noticed that you've been doing some collaborations with Flawless with some of your beats. How does that work? Who does what? Had you guys preset this automatically, or?
So far it's been pretty simple. Like I was saying about the archives, where I have beats that I've started and like I can't finish it. Like sometimes I'll make a nasty loop, like, oh, this is dope. But then I hit like a creative block. Like if I was a rapper, it'd be a writer's block. But for me, it's like a creative block. And I'm like, I've met my end at this beat. I'm going to hand it off to somebody else. And Flawless has just been taking those and just, boom, turning them into magic.
That is so genius, man. Because then it's like, because he can fulfill or fill in what you're missing a little bit. I didn't know how. I was so curious because I'm like, you guys don't even live in the same city. And I'm like, how the hell can they get. And trust me, I've been listening to stuff. I'm like, this thing is so solid. This is such a solid beat. I'm like, how did they make this work? You know what I mean? Because an MC would be like, never mind. You fill in the 16 and I'll go on with the hook. But in this case, beat making, I just couldn't put it together. I was like, but in that case, that's a good way of explaining it, though. That's crazy.
Like I'll just have like an 8-bar loop or something and be like, hey, see what you could do with this. And he's like, boom, on it. Send me 3 more. Boom, on it.
Yeah, because they've been popping this out. I've been looking. I'm like, another one? Because at first I'm like, oh, it's the same one. He is a beast, man. I love this, man. I've known
Flawless for years. He's been doing beats for years, you know.
So let's get into this. You and I talked a bit before, and you literally told me that you quit doing all this at one point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tell me how come. What happened?
I just I don't know, man. You know, life just gets you, and you're just, you know, I've been working a lot, and I got 3 kids now. You know what I mean? So life just grabs a hold of you and says, "Hey, you need to go in this direction." But then there's that inner passion, that love for music that always pulls me back, no matter what. And I thought that I had lost the spark, you know, the drive and the will to, like. You know, I still had the stuff in my house, but it's just collecting dust, and just, you know, I walk by the computer, I'm like, damn. You know, next day I walk by, I'm like, damn. You know, so I got to a point where I was like, I'm putting this stuff up on Marketplace. Somebody come take it away. I need some money, you know, whatever. And literally, like, almost 24 hours after I sold like my interface just for recording. Flawless invited me to 16 Bars of Death. I'm like, let me just check this shit out. And then I recorded something on my phone or whatever, posted to the group, and the reactions that I got from those people in that group, it was just so positive that I was like, fuck, what am I doing?
I know, for real.
You needed that boost, you know?
Yeah. So just, I honestly, I owe it to Flawless for getting me back, man. I owe it all to him.
Flawless.
It was one of these things where, you know what I mean? We're doing our thing. They start doing theirs. And you know what I mean? I get the invite. I'm checking this stuff out. And I'm like, wow. Not only it's such a great platform, especially for producers and rappers, I thought it was a great time for doing it. You know what I mean? It kept people busy during such a shitty time. You know what I mean?
COVID,
because I had friends of mine. I would invite them, and then they would tell me a part of their day is actually checking out these goddamn videos. Like, he's like, that's what I want. Like, I wake up the next day to click on the button and check it out. And it's such a positive. And I know some people, with some of the battles, it kind of got a little bit ugly and whatever, but everyone's amazing. Everyone does a great job. I think everyone steps up their game. This is like E-Rock just commented, and we're talking about the West Coast of Canada, and then you got Fats from the East Coast. Like, we're getting all over. You guys in the South, in the States. This is crazy. Like
America, and that's why I didn't participate, because y'all motherfuckers are beast. I was like, "Whoa, these young boys are getting crazy with the mic." I was like,
"Oh yeah." Became
the way I take a month to write something.
A lot of those guys, I think, were like underrated, because when I first started looking at the videos, I was like, yeah, some of these guys are okay. And then like as the competitions finish and the next one comes up, like they're getting better as well, which is really cool. It's not only a platform to network. These guys are actually like, I need to impress these folks. So it's like it's actually like motivated them to get better. And it actually worked for me too as a producer. I'm like, man, like Kato and Robbie Bronson, like those guys' beats are on point. So I had to step my game up. Of course.
No, everyone, the whole thing got stepped up, and it's like literally, there's a Friday night, couple friends, couple drinks, and we just start watching that shit up. We're enjoying it. You know what I mean? It's been a great time though. So what's next for you, brother? What's the next big move? What would you want to come out of this? Like, I know you're selling your beats. Right?
Yeah, selling the beats right now. I
got the link. I actually sent it to some of the people that we've interviewed, some of the people down by your end in the States. So, but what's next for you? What do you want to get out of this?
I would say, honestly, my goal would be to be able to do music full time. I think that's anybody who's a musician at heart, like that's what they want, is to be a full-time musician. But I don't think anything in this world will make me happier than to just be able to wake up, get into that creative space, and just make fire every day. But unfortunately, I'm not at that point. So we got to get up, do our 9 to 5s, try to find time to be creative.
You'll get there.
It's the work we put in, right? It's the work we put in that gets the results. So we all have to do it. We all work 9 to 5. Even people who think this podcast is a joke or easy to do, but you have so much bullshit behind the scenes to get some of this stuff started. It's crazy. You know what I mean? You're talking to so many people and trying to get the interviews going. It gets pretty, especially with a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Like I drive for a living, and I'm like, every time I'm parked, I'm like, give me a quick text or reply to a quick message. So I probably took a couple minutes to reply back to you though. But the main reason why we got you on today is you made one special beat.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk a bit about that?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah. So shortly after, the incident with George Floyd and the police brutality, and it kind of sparked a big thing all over the internet and all over the world. And
that's true.
Actually, I never even intended on making that beat. It just kind of happened. Something about like the energy. I don't know. I don't know if you guys believe in this, but sometimes the universe just sends you stuff. Send you a signal like, hey, this is what you need to do. Boom.
Okay.
And I was just making a beat. And lately, like in some of my beats, I'm like, I want to put some kind of audio off of YouTube and put it in the front of the beat to like make it a little bit more exciting, build the anticipation. And I just looked up, recent protest, George Floyd, boom. And I literally took that audio and just dragged it into the beat, and it lined up absolutely perfectly to where the drum drops. Like I didn't edit that where I started that beat and where that drum drop and where he says the nation erupted into scenes
Yeah.
of chaos, and then boom, the drums kick. I didn't touch that. That was like that was the sign that I needed to make this beat special.
That is crazy.
Yeah, just the vibe I got when I started making it, I was like, this is magic.
Okay.
This is magic. So,
That beat is sick, but I have the link for it, so I'm going to be posting that right after the show.
Thanks.
So I want and we also have you on Instagram and Facebook, so I want to post that up. I want people to follow you, dude.
They should follow him for sure.
Dude, your shit's fire. Everyone, anybody that hasn't been a part or followed the 16 bars of death, just need to.
Oh, definitely recommend that for sure.
That link is going to go up too, because like there's the talent that's coming from all over. And like you said, everyone's game has stepped up. How many people are in this part 4? Do you know?
22.
I'm not sure. But it's a good amount. It's some in the 20s. Yeah, some 20-something.
That is crazy. That is crazy. And then, see, Bam's a judge. I don't want to be a judge anymore because I'm a fan. It's hard to be, you know what I mean? It's hard to be like, I'm like, no, I can't. I don't want to be put in between this anymore. Like, I'm done with it. So it's Bam's problem now to decide who's better than what, because I'm not doing that no more.
I really like this round of it because as a producer, anytime somebody posts a video using your beat, you're getting $5, which, you know, hey, $5.
Oh, so let me see. So if they have beats to pick from. Is that what it works?
He sent out 5 beats. So there's 5 producers. And so anytime somebody makes a video and posts it in the group with your beat, you get paid, that is like so dope.
Yeah, because you know what? You guys can't just always be posting, no offense to anyone, but keep giving out free friggin' beats, right? Putting something. No. Flawless is coming out, and I don't know if this was his idea, but if it is, this is a great idea. Like it's balancing, because now there's a winner with an MC, but how could the winner of the MC be winning with someone's beat too, right? So you kind of have to get something back. So I totally get that.
No, it's perfect.
Nothing but support for each other. That's all.
Now, Bam, do you know when the first round ends, or do you know any of this? Have you been paying attention, or am I calling you out and making you look bad?
No. I'm not sure when the round's going to end, but they just started posting. You know what I mean?
I saw that.
We got like 4 or 5 people up there right now. And I'm not going to lie, 2 people caught my attention big time. You know what I mean?
And now what is it? It's supposed to be what is it? Is it 2 verses and a hook? Is that how this round works?
I think at least 2 verses and a hook. I know E-Rock, he did it. I know. Pretty much a full length song, and that's
E-Rock's song is very long. I was at work, and I'm like burning through my data, and I go to click on his stuff, and it said 5 minutes, and I'm like, pause, I'm watching this at home. Because it was one I knew he pulled out a complete track on that one. You know what I mean?
You know what though? About his track, I gotta say it really hit home for me because my best friend, I don't know if it was suicide, but he's no longer here, and I tried to reach out to him many, many times towards the end and was unsuccessful. And sometimes I wonder if there's more that I could have done or whatever. But
I feel you.
His track really hit home with me. So I'm definitely a big fan of E-Rock. And obviously it's my beat. So it's just like, man, it really hit home on 2 levels. Like that's my beat. And that song is dope.
And that track means a lot to you. No, I get that, man. We're a big fan of E-Rock's also, man. He's killing it from over there. I love it. I love how he does it in his work gear too. I'm a big fan of that. I love it. That dude's working all the time. You know what I mean? So, but So what's the deal? So if the second and third rounds, it's still in the same scenario, they get to still use. If they use your beat, you still move on with $5 extra per person, or
I didn't realize there was.
I don't know. I'm for the first time ever. I didn't have to pay attention. I'm becoming a fan. I'm just learning more about this.
No, I don't know how many rounds there is. I thought it was just 1 round, but I could be wrong. I have no idea. We'll have to ask Flawless.
Yeah, I know. We got Flawless and Snapdragon on here next Monday.
And we'll figure it all out.
And we actually have All Shades of Gray on right after him. So we're pulling a whole 16 bars of death show. Because, and I can, I want to pick Flawless's brain. We always talk real quick over messages. Fat says no rounds.
Okay.
So it is just 1
round.
Yeah, just 1 round. And if I remember correctly.
And there's 3 places, right? First, second,
third. And I think it ends on the 11th. But I don't want to throw out things and be wrong.
I know, like this show's all phony. We don't know anything, you know.
Fake news.
But hopefully, no, you got Bam. You as one of the judges have a lot of listening to do.
Oh, I do. While I was at work today, I was listening.
And it's not because it's not only listening. These guys are so good that you have to re-listen. Like, you know what I mean? It gets to that part. It became to the part when I was doing it, I was nitpicking now because it's two good guys going against each other. It was like, shit, man. Like, you lean forward, you're like, okay. It was tough for me. You know what I mean? It was. And when I was talking to DJ Boom and Flawless. I was just like, we're sending all our votes in. We all send them at once, so we didn't. No one influenced the other with a pick, but. Deep down, there's a few of us like, actually, I want to bring this up on the air because Carlos, that's not here, is the other co-host. Well, he'll be here on Thursday. He mentioned there was a battle that was in earlier rounds that was amazing, and it was actually Fats versus Snapdragon. It was probably in the top 2 hardest picks I had to pick from.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
It went really good. I literally went home and I was like, I actually switched my pick on my way home. Like, it was listening back and forth. Now we're asking Doug, a.k.a. Snapdragon, and Fats, if they want to do a live battle on here.
Oh.
Get out of here.
We want to do a live battle on here. We want to set it up.
And I didn't even
he
know
says,
about
get ready.
we want to do it. Live battle. I don't care who the hell is going to be the winner. We just are fans and we want people to get at it. Best song wins, ends, and on Wednesday at 5. Thank you, Jay Fats. Thanks for the info, brother. So if Jay Fats would take our challenge or my challenge to go against, Snapdragon live on here, I think it'd be fucking fantastic. I think it'll be fun.
So it's like a rematch live in the flesh.
What about, since we have the Beat Genius, he's the one that provides them the beat, and then we throw some Beat Genius some money for the beat. Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect.
I think that's
You're talking
for me.
My language now.
Yes, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Oh, hold on. Look at this. He's in, bro.
Jay
Fats is
I'm in for the live battle.
Jay Fats. Yo, Dougie, man, put a comment. You in?
What up, Snap? What's good?
Fats don't back down.
He's always down. Let's do it. I'm gonna holler at both them too. We're gonna make this a big ass event. We need to do this. We'll come up with some solutions, or if it's a beat, if it's one round,
nice beat.
And then you know what? Shooting the shit is gonna be buying the beat off our Beat Genius over here for this battle because I don't care. I'm a fan. I want to be entertained, and I think if I'm entertained, I think everyone else will be goddamn entertained too, right? So
Tell you
I think
what,
it'll be.
If you give me like some kind of vibe or instrument or something you want to hear in the beat, I'll try to incorporate that for you.
That's gonna be Bam's position here. Oh,
just
look
let
at
me
this.
know what it is.
Look at this. Look at this. Some people are already excited about this. It was something that Carlos brought up to me last week, and I was like, damn, that's a great idea. I was like, screw it. Let's just bring it up now. Let's throw it up in the air and let's do this. We down? So I can't wait. So Beats versus Snapdragon live.
I'm gonna get at you and tell you what type of sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll get this going.
Because I want to put them to the challenge. You know what I mean? Just flip it up on them and see what they can do with it.
We're gonna do it live here though. I'd love that. Anyway, Scott, aka the Beat Genius, thank you so much, brother. Thank you for being on, man. I appreciate it. And we'll definitely come up with a date. And Bam's gonna come up with the type of strings and instrumental we can work with, and we're gonna do this big, man. We're gonna do this big.
Sounds like a fantastic event.
Oh, it's gonna be fun, bro. Anyway, Scott, thank you very much, man. Thanks for shooting the shit, brother.
All right, take it easy.
All right, later, buddy.
Peace.
Yo, Bam, is that gonna be hot or what?
Yo, you threw me sideways with that one, dog.
And it was something.
That's
something.
crazy.
I was something under my head. So imagine this exact format right here. Beats, then one guy's with it and they're live. You know what I mean?
They're doing it.
Ooh, I think this could be good.
I can't
think
wait.
This could be. I don't know, man. I just kind of got excited now. I think this could be one hell of an event. I think this could be good. Good for shooting the shit.
I'm thinking an Ice Cube jacket for Beats. How the beats keep switching up on them. You know what I mean? And see if they can keep that flow with it and just keep riding them beats. You know what I mean?
Maybe, bro. Thinking. I think this could be a big event, man. Live. They keep throwing their stuff in. We can do guys, don't worry. We can do it behind the scenes. We can do some sound checks with you guys to see how things sound.
Yeah.
just so nobody, you know, everyone has the same advantage, and we'll go from there. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I think that's a great idea. But man, I gotta like to thank Monica for being on the show.
Yeah,
She's great.
Sweet. She was sweet.
She's sweet, man. Like that ring, I'm a bit jealous. So, but you know what? If you're gonna get thrown your ass up in the air, you damn well deserve that ring, no?
You word.
And then we gotta thank Scotty Stunts, aka the Beat Genius.
Scott.
Dude's fire, man. Dude's fire. We're happy to have him on. We're gonna put up all the links right after this show, right above this. I'm not gonna put it in the comments. I'm actually gonna put it above this event. So right above this show, we're going to put it on. Click on his stuff. Check out his stuff, please. If you have any MCs that need to buy a beat, check it out. You can grab it right there, man. It's hot.
Fire. The boy's
the
fire.
guy, it's samples. So you're not buying a beat that you didn't hear of. It's great. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Let's tell people where they can follow us. You know? They can. Oh, yeah. There's www.shootingtheshitpodcast.com. Subscribe to our YouTube page. I've been told from the people that have been watching this live that actually YouTube streams a little bit better than Facebook. And if you don't want to subscribe, obviously, like our page on Facebook. I've been told this. Facebook is a bit little. So maybe if you guys want to subscribe and watch this battle through YouTube, because it runs a little smoother than Facebook, there could be an option. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So feel free to subscribe to YouTube and love our page. And you can also listen to us on Spotify at Shooting the Shit Podcast 1, also Podbean. Pick one or the other. These are only audio files of our actual show. The other ones are you can catch the videos or live stream. So we got to do it up, man.
You can listen on the go, man, while you riding your whip.
Anyways, this Thursday I should say, at 8:15, we have the Black Luke Hang. I'm going to be posting his stuff too. Great tracks. This is a nice hot artist from North Carolina too. We got to check his ass out. Things will be good, man. It should be a good show. Anyways, bam.
Yo.
We miss Carlos. Carlos has got to be on next time.
Miss you, Carlos.
Miss you, brother. We do your thing. It is what it is, So, anyways, bam. Love shooting the shit with you, bro.
For
Peace.
Sure.
Later, man.